Hi there, and thanks for joining us on the September on-demand demo for social Wi-Fi. In this on-demand demo, we're going to take a look through the social Wi-Fi product at a high level, and you can learn more and dig deeper into each thing by going through our academy or connecting with one of our team. But this on-demand demo should give you a very good idea of what social Wi-Fi does and how easy it is to use our dashboard, and how you can start turning your customer Wi-Fi into a marketing machine. So what we're looking at here is the social Wi-Fi dashboard, and I have a couple of locations. We have social Wi-Fi in Venice Beach, and we have social Wi-Fi in downtown LA. If you have multiple locations, it's very easy to manage them all using social Wi-Fi. Everything can be consolidated and cascaded, but likewise, if you have just one location, social Wi-Fi is also great for you, and we're going to set up a new location right now. So I'm going to create a venue called the Treehouse. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create that as a project so it's logically separate from the other locations that I have. And then I'm going to start creating a venue for it. You can find your business using the Google Maps tool, which will save a lot of time. But in this case, because it's a fictitious business, I don't have anything on Google Maps to find. And I'm just going to have to fill in a few details here to get the process going. Now, here is where we start to see how easy social Wi-Fi is to use. I can very quickly, using our venue creation wizard, start building up templates for branding for things such as Wi-Fi login pages very quickly indeed. I can start choosing the colors of my brand. And we start to see a preview here of how the login pages for Wi-Fi would look if I did nothing more. And as we move forward, we can start editing up the templates for emails as well. You can see I can just go through some individual options here and make the edits based on the brand guidelines that I have. I think I will make this button green as well and change that to white text. But you can play through all of these options and start seeing on the right-hand side how it will look in reality. We then configure things up to our online review system. I'm just going to connect this up to social Wi-Fi on Google so I can demonstrate this to you a little bit later. And I'm going to hit create, and I'm going to do nothing else now in our system. And now the system has built everything. I can go and test the Wi-Fi login process. And this is what the Wi-Fi login page would look like on a laptop if I did nothing more. On mobile, it's going to be dynamic and the edges are going to crop in. So you're just left with a central column for mobile. This is going to look fantastic on every single device. But if you want to make adjustments to this, you are more than able to do so. You can go into the splash pages section and select the page that you wish to edit. And we can go in and edit this. And let's say, in this case, we want to change these login options. Let's say for your business, you don't want to be offering the social media options, and you just want to have a nice, simple form. I can start selecting options from the right-hand side, dragging and dropping them into the main content section here. And when I select any element, I get additional options down the right-hand side. And if I just play with a few of these, I will select some questions that we want people to answer. When we hit save, all of the options are updated live on your Wi-Fi system. So that's the update that I've just made there. But I could go further than this. I could change the font. You can upload your own custom fonts if you have bespoke ones for your brand. We can change the artwork. We could add in banner advertising. There are a lot of options here for you to do. And of course, everything with social Wi-Fi is data protection compliant with things like GDPR. We do have an agreement page section where once you add this page is going to make up part of the Wi-Fi login process, and users need to consent to receive email marketing from you in the future, or even SMS marketing if you set up that function in social Wi-Fi. Now, as people log into the Wi-Fi system, we're going to collect their data. And as I mentioned, if they consent to receiving email marketing, we are going to post that data into the user data section of our dashboard. And here I have some example data, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. Depending on what information you're collecting from the form and social media, We're going to show you that you can download that data anytime that you wish in an Excel format, but you can also connect our CRM with any other CRM that you're using, which we integrate with seamlessly, so that as we collect the data, it's going to push to those systems immediately. Very popular are MailChimp, Klaviyo, Campaign Monitor. These are some of the most popular ones that our clients integrate with, and it just saves the marketing managers a bit of time when they're wanting to synchronize their databases because it's done automatically. Now, what do you do with that data once it's being captured? Social Wi-Fi wants to make it easy as possible for you to use that data. We know who is coming to your venue. We know when they're coming to your venue. So we can start getting clever about how we use that data and sending marketing campaigns. If I go to the email marketing section of our dashboard, yes, we have bulk email campaigns where we send the same message to everybody at the same time. But one of the things that's very interesting with social Wi-Fi is email automations. If I go to add an automation, we have a number of preset templates here, and these will use predefined rules to deliver communication to users based on their interactions with your business. We also have a more advanced email editor, which you can find a separate tutorial on how to use on our YouTube channel, and I will link it in the description below. But you can select different types of triggers for delivering the emails. So for example, a first visit email. If we detect that somebody's logged into the Wi-Fi for the first time, we can set a delivery rule of your choosing of perhaps 10 minutes after they log into the Wi-Fi. We select a blank canvas for the email editor. You use a drag and drop tool to design your email. We will start delivering that email to your customers 10 minutes after they log in for the first time. Perhaps you want to set up a not seen in email. So if we detect that somebody is logged into the Wi-Fi, but in the next 45 days they've not reconnected, we can automatically deliver that campaign on day 45 to encourage them to come back and visit you once again. Anything we can do to get people coming back and spending more money, we will do that. And we have a number of campaign triggers here that will help you do so. Birthday emails, for example. How many days before their birthday do you want to send the campaign? Let's set it at 7. Design your email. It will send to people whose birthday we have in the CRM 7 days before their birthday. And they're going to see that message, and hopefully they book a table, they book a spa weekend, whatever it is your business wants people to do. Hopefully they will go ahead and do that. But for those businesses that don't want to design emails from scratch, we have some very nice templates to use. And if I use our AI generation tool here, we can describe what we want to promote. So I'm going to type in a basic prompt here, and we'll see what AI comes up with in terms of the content of the email. So I'll ask it to promote the new matcha selection in store. And if we wait a moment, it will start to generate subject line, title. It's pulling through some of the artwork that we've already used previously. And you can very easily edit the content here by adjusting these fields on the left-hand side. The only thing you need to do is add in a URL for the button so that people go somewhere as part of the call to action. And if you want to change anything, it's very easy to do so. I'll just stick today on the end of here just to show that that has updated the button there at the bottom. When we go through to next, we decide what we want that delivery rule to be. So let's say we want this as a loyalty visit. We want to send that to people on every third visit. And we want to deliver that 5 minutes after they log in for the third time, every third time. We click start sending. That's ready to go. And that's just going to keep sending until you turn it off. Or you go in and edit the template further, because you can do so. What we did initially was a basic version, but now it's created that we can go in and we can change out any of the content. So let's real quickly change this image here. I can use the drag and drop options, and maybe I have an image here that I can upload. Maybe this one will do the job for us. There we go. I've added something in here that's got a new image. I save that, updated, new emails going out is going to have that content. So the system is really good at delivering content to your customers as well. But there's also another thing that we do that is extremely popular with the hospitality market, and that's the online review gathering system. If I select this option on the left-hand side and I turn off the grid lines, this is the look and feel of a review request email that we can send out to people automatically after they've visited your business. Again, this is fully customizable. You're seeing here options that I can add in. I can select content in the center here. Maybe I want to change this text. I can just type over it. If I don't like these stars, I can select them and change the type of stars that we have. Maybe we don't want those numbers in the middle. Maybe you're a business that wants to go for beers in there. Maybe you want to go for emojis. Personally, I like the stars with no numbers in. I will hit save on that. But if we go into the settings real quick, you can customize a lot of things here. You can customize what you consider to be a positive rating. That's going to be important for something I mentioned in a moment. You can also customize when this is sent. So if you are a bar or a restaurant, you probably want to set this up for something like 5 hours after somebody's logged in. That gives them enough time to come, log in, have a good experience, get back home, and then they receive this kind of request. If you're a hotel, you might want to send this 2 days after somebody was last on the Wi-Fi network, and you would set that up as a logout automation and go for 2 days, something like that. It's a fair assumption to say that if somebody's not reconnected to the Wi-Fi for that long, they've probably left. And you'll remember earlier that I connected our Google review page at social Wi-Fi because if anybody responds positively, in this case, we've set 4 stars and above. We can adjust this based on the preference of your business. If they respond positively, we're going to take customers directly to that Google review page. Now, you can configure other review sites such as TripAdvisor and Yelp and Facebook recommendations. We always default to Google. You can adjust this manually yourself. But let's take a look at what that customer experience is once I receive this review request email. So I received this email in my inbox. Subject, did you enjoy your visit? My call to action here is pretty straightforward. And I've had a great time. I hit 5 stars. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a tab in the browser, or we're going to open up the app if it's installed on their phone. And the next thing that person is going to see is your review page with the review window open and ready to go. In this case, social Wi-Fi's page for reviews is very basic, but I can go in here, I can select 5 stars, I can type something and hit post. We cannot make it quicker for somebody in a position to leave a positive review online for you than we already do. It's 2 clicks. 1 click to open the email, a 2nd click to say 5 stars. The next thing I'm seeing is this. We just want them to go that 1 step further. We can't post on their behalf. We need them to do it themselves, but we're getting them as close as possible to doing so. Now, not everybody is happy all of the time. They like to complain. What happens if they respond negatively? 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, whatever you've configured as negative, we are not going to send them to Google reviews because that's not what we want. We will take them to a web page, which is customizable again, that's going to ask them for more feedback, and that's going to be kept private. So by default, we have a very basic page like this. We're sorry we didn't fully meet your expectations. We can customize this up. Maybe we want to drop in the logo in here of your business. We can use the drag and drop tools to do that once again. But the key thing is the feedback box. Let us know how we can get better and improve. You can edit this text if you want. If it doesn't quite work for you, just type in here what you want to change that to. And when they hit send feedback, it's going to get posted in the social Wi-Fi inbox that you can see in the dashboard. And you can go in here and see all of the feedback that people have left and written. Here, we would prefer to only see negative feedback if we see anything at all. But it's also going to get forwarded to your inbox as well. So you don't have to log into social Wi-Fi to see the feedback. And you can see who has sent it. And you can respond to that feedback either from your email or from the social Wi-Fi dashboard. So we're giving you the ability to gather the negative feedback without that being seen online and respond to it and put things right where you need to. So the online review gathering system is a really powerful part of social Wi-Fi. It's one of our most popular functions, and I hope that you'll make really good use of it and that you will see once you set up social Wi-Fi that you will have an increase in positive reviews online simply because you're asking more people for feedback. And once you get enough feedback, you can use AI to summarize all of that feedback. You don't want to be going through all of the messages to gain your own perception of what that feedback is. We can use AI to generate something. We're tapping into OpenAI's tools here, and it will start to build up an analysis of what it sees as the most urgent topics, what's worth noting, any positive things mentioned by guests. And if you're interested in seeing a word cloud, you can see some of the key things that people are saying most of the time. So some nice use here for AI to assist you in knowing where your business can improve. And of course, as we go down these options on the left-hand side, there are many different tabs here, some of which we're not going to look at on this demo because there's nothing too interesting there. But of course, we show statistics. We'll show you statistics of how many devices are connected in between a period of time. You can select your time frame. You can adjust this to analyze different periods of time. This graph is looking at devices. We can also do the same for unique users. We can see how many of the remarketing pixels have been embedded. And we can also take a look at online review performance over time for your location. As we keep going down the left-hand side here, we've just taken a look at statistics. I've shown you the user data section. We've taken a look at the inbox where we should get the negative feedback from unhappy customers. We've taken a look at feedback analysis. We've looked at the splash pages, the review system, email marketing. You can do SMS marketing, so you can add phone login to the login page. We'll send a verification code. If the code's right, that person will get access to the internet and their phone number added to the CRM. We use third-party SMS senders for that, so there is additional costs for every SMS sent. But speak to us and we can tell you the pricing for your part of the world because it does vary depending on where you are. We did look at integrations very briefly not long ago, and we looked at the CRM integrations where I was explaining that we can push data that we captured directly to the CRMs that we integrate with. We do also have a developer API. So if within your business you have software developers who want to use our data endpoints to create their own integrations, they can do so. You just need to request access to this. There's no extra cost for it. But some of our clients are able to use this really powerfully to integrate our data with their wider systems. You can also embed your online advertising pixels. So if you're running Instagram ads or Facebook ads, Google ads, you can embed the cookies and pixels from those ad engines on the Wi-Fi system. And then your advertising team can build up audiences of known customers and push ads to those people when you are setting up on these third-party ad platforms. It's a very simple function. All you need to do is select the platform you wish to use, paste in the remarketing pixel, and hit create. There's nothing more you need to do with social Wi-Fi. The rest of the work is done in the ad platform provided by the advertising companies, and you of course need to pay them to deliver ads to people. We're just helping you build up that audience. We have WhatsApp coming soon. This is something we announced in August. Very soon, you will be able to add WhatsApp to the login system. We'll work in a similar way to SMS. We'll send a verification code. We'll add that phone number to the CRM, and you'll be able to send WhatsApp marketing to your customers. Again, WhatsApp does cost extra money because WhatsApp will charge for every marketing message and every verification message that you send. But speak to us. We'll tell you the pricing for your market. It varies from country to country. At the moment, we're signing people up for the wait list, but we expect this to be released in Q4 2025. The next tabs, there's nothing too interesting or sexy to take a look at here, but what I will talk about are the hardware integrations that we have, because this is the key thing for getting started with social Wi-Fi. Access point configuration. You need to have Wi-Fi access points from a vendor that we support. Now, very commonly, if you have a business that doesn't have any Wi-Fi access points, you're just using the router that the internet company has provided you. That's nothing to worry about because you can always add in a MikroTik router, which might cost you between $50 and $100. We can configure that router for you. You connect that to your existing Wi-Fi router and social Wi-Fi will start broadcasting to your guests. It's a very common setup that we do in smaller businesses. But other businesses will often have access points mounted to the ceiling from brands that you see here. And if you have that, the process of getting set with social Wi-Fi could be anything from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. It's a very quick process. Everything is documented. If I just quickly go into Ruckus here, for example, you will get directed to all of our documentation for that vendor. You can pass this information to your IT manager, or if you know what you're doing yourself and you have the right access, you can do it yourself. But if you do encounter any problems, we do provide a very high level of support, and we will assist you in getting started with social Wi-Fi. You can write to us on the support channel from the dashboard. We have the live chat in the bottom right-hand corner there. You can connect with us through WhatsApp and email. We make it as easy as possible for you to get in touch with us and get started. So I'll wrap things up by showing you the login page that we created once again. I hope that you've enjoyed this high-level demo of social Wi-Fi. You can register for a trial on our website and get access to the system immediately. You don't even need to put in a credit card. You can try the service for free for 2 weeks, and thereafter it's just a monthly agreement, so you're not tied in for the long term or anything like that. We make it as easy as possible for you to get started with us and keep things as flexible as possible for you moving forward. If you have any questions, get in touch with us on our WhatsApp or through the contact form page, and we'll be more than happy to connect with you and speak in more detail.